These guys are really high and really fast. And in fact, they're in such tight formation that they've only got one sonic boom between them.
Alright, welcome back everybody to some more DCS. Competitive DCS content. This is SATAC 2022. This is the match between Alamo, the team that I run, if you want to join us, link in the description to our Discord channel. And, but yeah, this is our fight against Fully Torqued, or FTQ. They're an American-based squadron. And this was their first ever legitimate tournament. They have some experienced players on there, but they're definitely very new. And this was, this fight was pretty much textbook. This is exactly how us at Alamo want to fight. We push the F-15 to its absolute limits. You can see me. I'm up here at 50,000 feet. Going over Mach 1.5, about to take a first pass shot at 42 miles, 41 miles, which is actually short. This is significantly, this is like a third shorter than what we actually wanted to do, but, you know, it took us a while to actually pick them up, sort them out and whatnot. So as you can see, we Fox right over there. Off to my left is my wingman, Musket 2, Moldy. Great addition to this team. He's been here for a while, and love to have him. He's been pretty much my wingman in tournaments and everything like that for several months now, and he does a great job. Excellent player. But the real star of the show in this round in particular, and in this match, was True Metro Man, our resident German here at Alamo. He had an actual hero moment in this round and ended up getting 3 kills. He took out half of the team in this with clean shots too. I don't know if he wasted any missiles. I think he went 3 for 3. He got a kill first pass. He stayed hot, took a second shot, got a second kill, and then stayed hot again and got a third kill. Very impressive, especially coming from Metro, because, you know, Metro knows it, my team knows it, we joke about it, you know, he's not a bad player. He's certainly better than, you know, a large portion of the average DCS player base. But he's not the best in our own team, and we like to joke about it and stuff, and he understands that, you know, he jokes with us as well. You know, to the point where we call him like the support player, because it's actually happened in several tournament matches where we fight, we win, everyone has expended almost all of their munitions, and Metro still has every single missile on his jet, and, you know, it's perfectly fine, because guess what? You know, we're out of missiles. He's got them. He's got it for us, right? He will take those shots. So you can hear me. I'm calling out, and it's basically just because I'm checking the chat, because I can see when people disconnect. As you can see, there's only 3 people alive. They're all pretty close to each other. They're very defensive. There's a high guy there, 27,000 feet, 20 miles. I take that shot. Very dangerous for me, like extremely dangerous. You know, I'm only a little over Mach 1. I'm over 40,000 feet up, sub 20 miles against an M120C. Very difficult. I don't believe this one hits. Maybe you'll see. I always put up the TAC views in the bottom left corner for you guys to see. To see all the missile kills and whatnot. I don't really remember all the kills I got. I know for a fact I got 2 in the second round, which we'll talk about. But yeah. So real quick, all of the people current in this match on our side is, you got me as flight lead, Musket 1. You got Moldy, my wingman, at Musket 2. Dun Musket 3 as a second element, and Metro as his wingman as Musket 4, and then you have Spartan Flight with Spartan 1 and 2, and those guys are the 64th aggressors. They mercenaried for us. Great guys. I can't exactly remember who fought with us. I know for a fact Tab did. Tab from 64th, because he fought with us all 3 matches that we fought in this tournament. And the other person who was with us in this match, I'll put his name up on screen because I don't actually remember who it was. I'm very sorry about that. But yeah, so this is a 6v6 tournament. ECM is allowed. All weapons are unrestricted except for AIM-9Xs. And you are limited to only 4 active missiles, whether that be AIM-120s, R-77s, AIM-54s. And I think that's actually a really, really good balance. It gets people... it forces Tomcats. It gets Tomcats and Eagles to carry Sparrows. It forces Hornets to not just missile truck 10 AMRAAMs around, which is never fun. I'll be honest. Like, tournaments that allow unlimited missiles, it just turns into like a Hornet meta where you just drain people of their weapons because you just got 10 of them and you can just keep going forever, which frankly, Fox 3 should be boring. It should really just be this big long grinder that takes forever to finish. But it's just exceptionally boring when it's a Hornet, because they can just, as long as they manage their field properly, they can just stay in the fight for forever. So that was the first win. That was exceptionally quick, like crazy fast for a Fox 3 engagement.
32,000. Barad 351.
So here, so this is the second round. This one is where we set records. I am not lying when I say that we at Alamo successfully set a competitive community record. You can see me obtaining contact. That guy at 32,000 way back there, that's their AWACS. This new guy that popped up at 75 is an F-16, I believe. It's something. I don't remember exactly what. But I'm up here. Yeah, I'm going to take him. So 70 miles, pick up the other guys. So we're set up in a stinger formation. F-16s are lagging behind, slow and low, to kind of come in and clean up. It's what we've done before in the past. And we got the 2 F-15s set up a beam from each other, like 40+ miles, us to the north, 3 and 4 to the south. I told Moldy to target the guy to the left right over there, and I take my shot a little over 57 miles. You can see just how high I am. Mach 1, almost 1.7 at nearly 50,000 feet. That missile is going to scream, and you can see me actually picking up radar contacts of the other guys that Metro and Dun 3 and 4. They actually pick up those guys, and they fox at exactly 60 miles. We get... Unfortunately, Moldy's missile didn't hit, but my missile hits. There's a little bit of a desync. You'll see that in TAC view. That's just because when the seeker head goes active on the AIM-120, there's a chance for desync to happen between it and the server. I don't know why, but I do get that kill. Metro and Moldy get a first pass kill on the Tomcat and the flanker on the enemy team. The flanker forgot to put on his jammer, so he unfortunately caught an AMRAAM to the face. But that is 60 nautical miles. 60 nautical miles, almost 3. I had a 57.5, which is close to 60, so I'm just going to round up 3 60 nautical mile first pass kills in a tournament setting with the AIM-120C. Absolutely crazy. And you can see I'm still pushing aggressively. I'm still at 50,000 feet, 48.5, and I'm over Mach 1.8. So I'm staying very aggressive. I'm going to take another shot here on the guys who stay hot. But we really made a name for ourselves in this match in particular, and we've made a name for ourselves in previous matches and previous tournaments, specifically like House of SAR, by flying the F-15. I've pretty much enforced in Alamo that we are F-15C purists. Now, obviously, when the Strike Eagle comes out, we're going to be switching over to that because that's just significantly more capability in pretty much the exact same airframe. But with that being said, we love the F-15C here at Alamo. It is, in my opinion, it is the best BVR aircraft in the game, as it has been proven, you know, in real life, at least for in terms of 4th generational aircraft, non-stealth platforms to be specific. But you know, I still think it's the best. Obviously, it doesn't have data link. You don't have HMD, AIM-9X, etc., etc., blah, blah, blah. But it is a heavyweight fighter. A heavyweight fighter with modern Fox 3 missiles and an extremely powerful long-range radar, nearly equivalent to that of the AUG-9. You know, and you're just able to do incredible things. I mean, you can see me up here still over 40,000 feet. I'm just making my arcing turn. To try and come back in hot.
We have 3 splashes so far. 3 splashes.
So, anyways, I skipped over. I get off into these tangents. So you can see me. I'm recommitting over here. You got the other. I'm not actually. I can't actually remember who these are. I think that is our F-16 flight coming in. That underneath me, that just swooped underneath me, was one of our F-15s. But I keep getting off topic about the actual record that we set in this match. 60 nautical miles. So not just 1, but 3 60 nautical mile first pass kills. And the 60 nautical mile number is very important because it means that we have scored the longest range first pass, or just the longest range AIM-120C kill in all of competitive tournament history. Beforehand, you know, we scored 47, 49 nautical mile hits back before the F-16 radar got nerfed. But now we can push that up to 60. We can push it up even further. I'm not going to say, can't divulge secret information. You know, might use it in the future. But 60 nautical miles is very doable, very doable for us. And we now have the longest range kill in competitive history for the AIM-120C. There have been longer range kills, obviously, with AIM-54s, especially back when they were still overpowered. I believe the longest range kill for an AIM-54 in a tournament is like 95-ish miles, which is very crazy. The guys over at SPQR did that last year during SATAC.
I've got both of them at 20 miles.
But yeah, so here I'm going to take a double twist shot. Those are my last 2 Fox 3s on, I believe, 2 Hornets down here. I do successfully splash one of them, and I mean, these are just crazy missiles. Mach 1.5, just under 20 miles at over 40,000 feet. Like, that's just way too hard to deal with, especially for you know, these F-18s, and they can't really, they're trying to hide in the mountains. They can't really do that because I'm at 40,000 feet. I'm just looking over the peaks, you know, and this missile's diving down on, just mortaring the crap out of them, you know, so it's impossible to deal with. And you'll hear, yep, Metro just calls out that he visually confirmed one of the splashes that I have. So there's still one guy down there. There's actually one guy trying to race in because unfortunately they had a disconnect on takeoff, and it took him a little while to get back in. So Dun-Dun's going in to deal with them. And yeah, so Dun-Dun will go ahead and deal with this guy. So you can see how I picked up this guy, but Dun-Dun calls that he has him. I drop him on radar because the F-15C has a bad problem with people going through the notch gate or the MLC filter.
Missile on me from the bandit. 15,000.
And yeah, that guy at 19,000, that friendly on the radar is Dun-Dun. So
who's gonna merge with the guy at 9? Did you just...
Copy. Dun-Dun calls a splash on this guy. I'm not entirely sure if it actually was a splash. I think it was. I'll show the TAC views of it, of all the kills that we get here on the bottom of the screen. But Dun-Dun ends up running into the other guy.
Oh, I see him.
No, it's Angels 11.
Yeah,
that's again the that is again the AWACS that I'm looking at. But Dun-Dun calls out that he has a Fox 1 at 6 miles, so I know where Dun-Dun is, and so I know that the enemy is very close to him. So I'm gonna focus my radar on him.
North of sorry, 240.
Yeah, so 3 miles. So I know he's like directly on top of him. I'll actually overlay as you saw in the intro. Some from the actual live stream of this match, which you can go watch. I'll leave a link to the video, to the VOD from the SATAC channel.
I'm 14 miles
So
out.
I'm here. Dunnon's gonna kill him. I'll actually overlay the kill there.
Good job, guys.
And
Good job. All right, everyone,
and
come
that
back up.
pretty much ends it for there. I mean, very quick video. I don't have too much else to say, too much on this topic. I just, you know, a textbook match from us at Alamo. This is exactly how we want to fight, exactly what we want to do. You know, we fight. You know, and it took me a little while to realize this, but I like to fight asymmetrically. Right, the meta in this game, and you know, just the way everyone wants to fight is aim 120Cs out of their Viper, out of their Hornet. All right, no one really wants to fly a Tomcat anymore because the aim 54 sucks against fighters nowadays. And no one flies the F-15 because guess what? You don't have your horizontal situational display. You don't have data link. You don't have an HMD. Can't click buttons in the cockpit. You know, it's a high skill aircraft in my opinion. Right? It takes a lot of skill to be good in the F-15. You have to have very good situational awareness without the ability to just look at a horizontal situation, at a moving map and see all the data link, red dots around you, right? Anyone can do that, and that makes it easier. I'm not going to say that it's good, that it's not good. It very much like increases situational awareness, makes it so much easier to coordinate and stuff like that, and to see where people are. But you don't have that in the F-15, so you have to make up for that with just pure skill. And so that just makes flying aircraft that do have that just, it just makes us better. It makes us perform even better because we're not having to rely purely on our skill and ability to gather situational awareness and all that stuff. Right. But in doing this with the F-15, we build more natural talent that way. Not relying on the systems of the aircraft to push through our own failings. Again, with things like data link, HMD, etc., etc. But yeah, so I'm not going to ramble on too much. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you stuck here to the end, yeah, thank you guys all for watching. If you want to follow me, or if sorry, I do a post commentary for the first time in a long time. If you liked the video, please leave a like, comment, whatever you want on the bottom of the screen. This was a very rough take. I haven't done this in forever, and I really do want to do more of this kind of content. But I gotta wait for the tournaments and whatnot. But yeah. So if you like the video, leave a like, comment whatever you want down in the comment section. Subscribe to the video if you haven't, or subscribe to the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's very much appreciated. And if you want to, follow me on Twitter at PrezDCS to stay up to date on when I upload, what I'm working on, new projects and whatnot, which I do have projects in the work. I'm not going to say it in this video, but it is up on my, not up on my Twitter. I left a little teaser up on my Twitter on what I'm working on. And yeah, so, I mean, please go follow that. Yeah, so, and thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Airshow, for streaming our matches. Thank you the guys at Kiop, the guys who put on the SATAC tournament, so much for hosting it so that we could participate and so that Alamo can really make a name for itself, more so than we already have in the competitive community. And yeah, so I'm going to say it again. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a nice day.